Hello everybody, Tyranno here, and today we're taking a look at the first vehicle announced for the new update, that being the SD KFZ 222, which is the successor to the SD KFZ 221 that is already in-game in the German tech tree. Now this is a German armoured car, but it is being marketed more as a self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicle, and interestingly we are getting two variants which are going into tech trees. One going in the German tech tree and one going in the Chinese tech tree. Now, this vehicle is being described as an initial vehicle for the Chinese and German tech trees, which suggests it's going to be the start of a line, which to me suggests that the Chinese variant is going to go at the start of the self-propelled anti-aircraft lineup, which makes sense because China doesn't have a rank 1 self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicle, while the German variant will likely go before the Flak Panzer 1, or possibly in front of the 221, though I would think it's more likely to go in front of the Flak Panzer 1. And the big difference between these two variants is with regards to the 20mm cannon. Basically, the Chinese variant will get the KWK-30, which has a slower rate of fire at only 280 rounds a minute. The way I read the dev blog, it suggests that it won't have access to the HVAP rounds. So it'll still have access to armor-piercing incendiary tracer rounds, which have a penetration of 23mm at 500 meters, but the more effective HVAP rounds will be limited to the German variant, which will give it a penetration of 31mm at 500 meters. The KWK on the German variant is also faster firing, able to fire 450 rounds a minute, so much faster firing and with much better performing ammunition. Though of course tier 1 with rapid fire weapons against vehicles that aren't going to be particularly well armoured, I think both variants will be quite successful in the ground attack role. And again, they will be quite successful in the anti-air role as well. Though of course the Chinese variant will be somewhat limited due to its slower rate of fire. Armour is not going to be particularly effective on this vehicle. If it's anything like the 221, we're looking at about 4 to 8mm of armour. And of course the turret does look to be rather exposed, so the gunner will be quite easy to knock out. Speed will be pretty good, about 50 miles an hour or 80 kilometers an hour if it's anything like the 221. And again, the crew, if it's like the 221, will be 2 people. So again, very easy to knock this vehicle out just by killing the crew members. So this isn't going to be exactly a groundbreaking vehicle, but I think it will be a very welcome addition, especially to the Chinese tech tree, and it will finally give China an effective anti-aircraft vehicle in the lower tiers. Anyway, just a quick video for today. I've been Tyranno, and I'll see you next time.